Good morning. Do you have your teacup? Let's start off by just finding a comfy spot. We usually feel the warmth of our teacup, but maybe before we even focus on that, just focus in on your body a little. Wiggle around a little. See where the places are that you're holding tension. You don't have to do anything about them. Just acknowledge, oh, I have some tension there. All right. Once you've checked in and found the spots where you're tense, now we can focus on our teacup. We can feel the warmth, the teacup on our fingers. We can feel gratitude as our fingers warm up. You can take a deep breath and smell the smell of the tea that you're drinking. Maybe you're drinking coffee. Maybe you're drinking a tea that doesn't have a strong aroma. That's all right. It doesn't have to be a certain way. Just breathe in whatever is there. The warmth from the steam. Whatever smell you are aware of. As you're breathing, if any of those places where you're holding tension are particularly sensy for you, if your attention is drawn to those places, that's all right. Just take a deep breath and think about the teacup. I like the weight of the teacup in my hands because it draws my attention. If you're ready for a sip, you can taste the flavor of your tea all over your tongue. Depending on what kind of tea it is, maybe you even feel it in the roof of your mouth. A good strong peppermint tea will be tingly up there. As you swallow it down into your belly, you can feel the warmth down your throat and into your body. Today, I have a bunch of tense spots. And I'm not going to do anything about them right now. They really want my attention. And I'm just going to let them be. I'm going to acknowledge them. But I'm not going to fill my head with a bunch of plans about next I'm going to do yoga, and then I'm going to find someone in the house who will rub it for me, and then I don't need to do that right now. This is a really good exercise to think about not fixing things. Because in our lives, it's so common that as soon as we notice something, we think we have to take action on it. And so as I notice this discomfort between my shoulder blades and it keeps drawing my attention away from my teacup, the inclination can be, oh, and now I need to focus all of my attention on what I'm going to do to resolve that tension, what I'm going to do to fix this problem. But just for the duration of this teacup, I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to think about fixing it. When my attention is drawn to that discomfort, I'm just going to say, oh, right, I'm really tense in my upper back and it doesn't feel very good. Then I'm going to take a deep breath and smell my tea again. I've acknowledged the discomfort, but I don't need to let the discomfort drag me away from my focus. I can get to that later. So I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. I'm going to think about the flavor on my tongue. My tea this morning is a lot of herbs. There's elecampane and reishi, angelica, pleurisy root. There's some calamus, a little bit of ginger. It's got bitterness, but also a lot of aromatic, smelly components. As I drink this tea down into my body, I can think about the ways that I'm working with it. These are herbs to strengthen my lungs. These are herbs to support a full, deep breath. This is the partnership that I am entering into with these herbs, that we will do this work together. When I think about that, the next thing that comes to my mind is, what work do I need to do for these plants in return? That's an important question. But it's also not something that we need to draw our attention to right now. So I've noticed that question. It's important. We're going to come back to it. And I'm going to come back to that tension in my back. I've noticed it. But that doesn't need to draw my focus away right now either. Right now I can just return my thoughts to the warmth of the teacup in my fingers, the weight in my hands, the smell rising on the steam, and the way it feels in my nose to breathe it in, and the taste, and the way that it feels to bring these plants into my body. The work that we're going to do in my body together. So for the rest of your cup of tea, it's okay if things pop into your head and you think, I have to attend to that right now. Just set it aside. You've noticed it. You can come to it later. But when those thoughts come up and they want to drive your attention in their direction, just notice them. Like an alarm. Just notice them and then come back to your teacup. Just like that. Oh, an alarm. It's making a loud noise. And then you can come back to your teacup. Even when there's chaos, you can come back to your teacup. I'll see you again on Monday with another cup of tea.